If you're handing over your computer to a stranger, there's nothing you care more about than your privacy. So for computer repair shops like Los Angeles-based CyberGuy, earning customers' trust is a huge struggle.
We're saying them, we're not gonna looking at the files and folders or private files, but they don't trust.
The reason is that most of us have things on our computer that we don't want seen. As someone with a recurring medical issue, I keep photos on my laptop that are meant only for my doctor's eyes. And when my computer breaks down, I can never be certain that a repair technician won't be tempted to snoop. But fortunately for CyberGuy owner Herman Akbiek, I had a solution. Your biggest problem is no matter how much you tell your customers you're not going to look at their nude or sexy pics, they'll always be skeptical because you're a sexual being, right?
Okay, so whatever desire I have, it's not gonna be affecting my business.
What do you mean?
Okay, if you don't eat food, you're hungry always. Okay. If you eat food, you're gonna be full. You don't feel anymore your hunger.
Right.
So if you don't pleasure yourself at home, maybe you're gonna feel it at the office or while walking on the street. You can feel those desires anyway.
So you're saying you pleasure yourself so much at home that it doesn't affect you at work?
Correct.
Despite Herman's claim that he gets everything out of his system before arriving at work each morning, his customers will never completely trust him because he's a sexual being. But if Herman recruited repair technicians from the 1% of Americans who identify as asexual, meaning they have no sexual desires whatsoever, customers could finally feel confident about getting their computers repaired without the staff being tempted to look at their private photos. The plan? Put customers at ease by offering the world's first asexual computer repair.
I see. When they see any image, nude image, so they're not gonna be desired or affecting.
In theory,
In
yes.
theory, I see.
Neither Herman nor I knew much about asexuality, but he was willing to give it a shot. So I went to the internet's most popular asexuality forum and posted a job notification to see if anyone would fit the criteria that Herman would need. And later that week, I set up interviews with everyone who responded.
You know, just the lack of feeling a sexual attraction and need for sex is all that asexuality truly is. And there's a spectrum to it, too.
So if you're not thinking about sex, what are you thinking about?
Well, it always depends. I mean, I suppose most of the time I'm actually thinking about superheroes. My favorite of which being Aquaman, hence the orange shirt.
So when most people are thinking of sex, you're thinking of Aquaman?
Well, that's a funny way of putting it, but I suppose so.
After learning more about the asexual lifestyle, I was feeling optimistic that this could work. So right now, sitting across from me, you feel no sexual attraction.
No, you're another person to me.
Well,
I was born an asexual, and I assume that I shall still be an asexual upon leaving this world.
so after a rigorous vetting process using a heart rate monitor to judge their physical response to a series of stimulating images I found in a stock photo database. Do you find this sexually arousing or?
No.
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 I offered the job to the two who showed no spike in heart rate, no matter how stimulating the image was. So the next day, I brought the new recruits to CyberGuy to introduce them to Herman. So this is Nikki and Randy, and they're asexual, which
Okay.
means they don't have a desire to look at any customer's private nudes or sexy photos, or, you know, they just don't have those urges.
And also a sense of privacy, I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
not
Privacy is
because
important to everybody.
of asexuality.
Right, but someone like Herman might
Yeah.
be tempted.
Yeah, possibility.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
wouldn't
No.
be tempted ever.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Right, so that's why. Their lack of arousal was perfect, but they still weren't computer experts.
I've removed viruses from computers before, but with instructions.
So knowing they would need Herman's close guidance when doing a repair, I installed a series of walls in the back of the store to create a quarantined viewing booth for Herman so the repair area would remain free of sexual contamination. The only access point into the inner chamber was through a military-grade key code lock that only the asexuals would have the code to. So after putting up a brand new banner out front and giving the repair staff their code to enter the desexualized zone,
The code is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So don't tell Herman. Okay.
they securely sealed themselves inside the repair area, while me and Herman waited for customers up front.
You didn't see the code, right?
No, I didn't.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Okay.
Before long, the first customer arrived,
It's like very slow, and it's hard for me to get to the internet sometimes.
so it was time to see if he'd be impressed by the new service.
So I don't know if you saw our sign,
Okay.
but we're the only computer repair shop in town that offers a fully asexual repair service.
Okay.
Are you familiar with asexuals?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so the entire time your computer is here, no one with any sexual desires will be touching it. And that is the Cyber Guy guarantee, right?
Yes, for sure. 100% guarantee that.
Full disclosure, Herman is a sexual person, but he will not be touching your computer at any point.
What does that mean? He's a sexual person.
Yeah, that means so a sexual person as me. So we having some desires for looking at the picture, digging, looking at inside. So we're curious about what is inside, what's contained inside. It's a nude photos, videos, stuff.
So he has those desires.
But
Yes.
other people don't.
They don't,
Don't.
the people that will be repairing it.
The first customer was excited by the concept.
So now an asexual is coming up.
Yes.
Gotcha.